everyone. Yes, good afternoon. Since it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I think we could start. But before that, may I know who is our prayer leader this afternoon? Okay, Sheena, please lead our opening prayer. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, thank you, Sheena. Everyone, please be seated. Okay, once again, good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome to our English class. So far, how are you this day? Well, someone says sleepy. How about the others? Tired? Oh, hungry. Oh, I heard someone says happy. Wow. So, whatever our feelings, emotions this afternoon, I just want everyone to pay attention and to focus for today's academic session. Is that clear? Okay, very good. So everyone, please sit properly. Inhale and exhale and relax. Okay, very good. This time, let me check your attendance and please say present as I call your name. Okay, is that clear? Okay, let's start. Akuram, Gulisaw, Gonzaga, Ikiko. Is Ikiko around? Okay. Jimenez, Salang, Sandigan. Okay. So, out of 42 students, only 2 are not yet around. So, class, since you are physically present, I also hope that your minds you are also mentally present, okay? So, are you now ready for today's academic session? Well, good to hear that. Now, before unlocking the new lesson, allow me to share with you our objectives for this afternoon. So, the first one is discover the types of conflict in literature. And the second one is identify the types of conflicts in a literary piece. And the third, which is the last one, is discover how a conflict can be resolved in non-violent ways. Okay, were you able to follow, class? So take note of the objectives, because as we go along with our discussion, we will try to achieve those. Okay, is it understood? Very good. So yesterday we have a different topic, right? Yes. So can someone share with us or provide us a recap of what we did yesterday? If no one will volunteer, I will be the one to choose from you. Yes, Trisha? Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Trisha. Yesterday, my dear students, we tackled different topic, and that is the elements of a short story. And these are the setting, characters, plot, theme, conflict, and the point of view, right? Okay, so aside from the discussion, you will also have your group activity and an individual assessment, okay? Are we good in this part? Okay, this time I have prepared a video clip. I want you to watch and observe the content of the video clip. So just try to think of an idea, and later on, I will ask some of you to share your ideas or observations. Is that clear? Okay, are you now ready to watch? Very good. So here is the video clip, and please watch silently. There you have it, class. As I have said, it was just a video clip, but I believe that you have with you your ideas or observations, right? So, what have you observed in the video clip? Anyone from the class? Yes, Carl. Good idea. They're having an argument. Good. How about the others? Yes, Nin? Okay, they are having a problem. That is also a good idea. Some more. Yes, they are fighting. Okay, so those ideas that you have or your observations are actually correct. But with all those observations, like they are having a problem, they are having an argument, or they are fighting, what do you think would be our topic for this afternoon? Just try to guess. Yes, your idea is close. Go on. Again. Yes, conflict. Very good. My dear students, our topic for this afternoon are the types of literary conflict, including the ways or the non-violent ways on how to resolve these conflicts. Okay, are you all excited to learn more? Wow, good to hear that. This time, class, to exercise our minds and our prior knowledge, we will have an activity called Guess the Picture Challenge. So I will be flashing different pictures and just try to observe and discover the type of conflict that is depicted in each picture, okay? So for your guidance, I will be providing a word pool where you can choose an answer. And if ever you would like to answer, just raise your right hand. Is that clear? Okay, so I will be giving 1 minute per picture for you to decide or to choose an answer. Okay? Is that clear, class? So, do you have questions or clarifications? Since none, let us now proceed. Here you go, class. Picture number 1. Just try to observe, discover, and guess the picture for 1 minute. Okay, time is up. Who would like to answer? Wait, what's that noise at the back? My dear students, as I have said earlier, don't just be physically, but be mentally present in my class. Are we good in this part? Very good. Okay, let's proceed. Who would like to answer? Yes, Claire, what's your answer? Okay, good idea. According to Claire, it is character versus nature. So, why do you think it is a character versus nature, Claire? Okay, good. So, according to Claire, it is character versus nature because the boy is outside or is in the environment. Well, let us see later. So, do you have the same answers or answer with Claire? Yes, Jessa? Okay, good. According to Jessa, it is a character versus self because the boy is alone and lost. Well, thank you so much, Claire and Jessa, for your answer. And let us see or let us know about the correct answers later on. Okay? Okay, let's proceed. Here is the picture number 2. Once again, for 1 minute, observe, discover, and guess the picture. Alright, time is up. May I know your answers, please? Yes, Nina? Okay, good. It is character versus character. How about the others? Okay, most of you have the same answer. So, may I know why it is character versus character? Wait, don't answer in chorus. Yes, Anne. It is character versus character because they are what? Both of them are fighting each other. Well, you have a good idea. Thank you so much, everyone. So later on, we will try to know. We will know if you got the correct answer. So if you are wondering, class, we will just unlock the exact answers on the later part of this activity, specifically after flashing all the pictures. Is it understood? Okay. Now let us proceed to picture number 3. For 1 minute, observe, discover, and guess the picture. Alright, 30 seconds left. Okay, time is up. So, what do you think, or what type of conflict is depicted in this picture? Yes, Mark? Okay, character versus supernatural for Mark. How about the others? Yes, Joshua. Okay, you have the same answer with Mark. So, are you sure that it is character versus supernatural? Well, so what makes you decide of this answer? Well, it's because of the monster in the picture. Well, that's kind of a good idea. But once again, let us know the exact answers on the later part of this activity. Okay, are you still following, class? This time, class, for another 1 minute, try to observe, discover, and guess the fourth picture. Okay, 20 seconds left. Alright, time is up. So, what do you think is a type of conflict present in that picture? Yes, Dan? Okay, according to Dan, it is character versus nature. How about the others? Do you have the same answer with Dan? It seems that most of you answered character versus nature. So why do you think it is character versus nature? Okay, because the man got wet due to heavy rain. Well, probably that could be. So thank you so much, everyone. As I have said, we will just know later on if you picked the exact answer. Okay? Is it understood? Very good. So far, class, I am so happy because you are actually doing well in this activity. Okay? So let us now move on to the fifth picture for another 1 minute. Observe, discover, and guess the picture. Okay, time is up. Yes, Veville? Okay, Veville said it is character versus self. Why do you say so? Okay, it is character versus self because he is alone and angry. Well, it's probably a good idea. How about the others? Yes, Claire. It is character versus technology for Claire. Why? Okay, because he is using a computer and he is angry. Well, thank you so much, Claire and Veville. You actually have a good idea. But once again, we will unlock the answers on the later part of this activity. Okay, shall we proceed? Now for the sixth or the last picture, I will be giving you another 1 minute to observe, discover, and guess the picture. Okay, you may start. 30 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Okay, time is up. So, what type of conflict is depicted in this picture? Yes, Carlo? It is character versus society. Okay, how about the others? May I hear from you? Okay, You have the same idea with Carlo. So why do you think it is a character versus society? Why not character versus self or character versus character? Yes? Because one man got attacked by many. Okay, so that's a good idea. But once again, let us try to know in a while about your answers in this activity, okay? Thank you so much for your answers, class. Since you have already seen the different pictures during our Guess a Picture Challenge class, I believe that there are a lot of ideas that are circulating in your mind. Am I right? Yes, so what was shown in each picture? Yes, good idea. It could be characters that have different roles to portray. Good. How about the others? Yes, it shows different scenarios or situations. Your ideas are almost there. Yes, Sheena? Very good. Those are conflicts. As I have said earlier, our topic for this afternoon are the types of literary conflict. Okay? So, are you still following with me? Now, my dear students, during our Guess the Picture challenge, what are the types of conflict depicted in each picture? Yes, basically these are the character versus character, the character versus self, character versus nature, character versus technology, character versus society, and the last is the character versus supernatural. Very good. Alright, my dear students, above all of those conflicts, have you ever tried one? Yes, indeed. I believe that all of us are or have already experienced being in a state of conflict. But did we or did you remain being in that situation? Or did you find ways on how to solve it? Yes, exactly, as human beings, we are capable of providing ways on how to resolve the conflicts in non-violent ways. Okay? Do you agree with me, class? Yeah, so can someone share with us any situation where you have experienced being in a conflict and also include the ways that you did to resolve the issue or the conflict in a non-violent way? Anyone from the class? Yes, Joseph? Okay, very good. So class, according to Joseph, he experienced having a conflict with his friend. It was even a hard time for both of them. So Joseph had found ways that are non-violent, like being positive, staying calm, don't panic, being friendly, and just simply trust. Wow, thank you so much for that. So everyone, let's give a hand for Joseph. Okay. Now, my dear students, we've been talking about conflicts. We have even experienced being in a conflict within ourselves or towards others. But the question is, what is conflict? We might heard few ideas about this term, but actually it is a huge thing to learn and to understand. Please pay attention, class. What is conflict? Everyone, let us read the statement. Okay, a conflict is a literary device characterized by a struggle between two opposing forces. Conflict provides crucial tension in any story and is used to reveal a deeper meaning in a narrative while highlighting characters' motivations, values, and weaknesses. Okay, class, what is your idea about the statement? Yes, argument. Yes, a misunderstanding. Yes, the problems within within ourselves, towards other people, and even in our surroundings, right? Thus, conflict is not just or not just happen in real life, but this also occur in some of the literary pieces. Remember, class, that conflict is one of the most important elements in the study of plays, novels, dramas, stories, and etc. Do you agree with me? Yes, yes, because it adds, yes, it becomes more, the stories becomes more interesting. Very good. Yes, like what we have discussed yesterday. Conflict is one of the elements of a short story. Good thing that you still remember that, Sheena. Alright, can someone share with us an example of a conflict? Yes, Claire, very good. These are some situations or the misconceptions between the antagonist and the protagonist and the like, right? Okay, very good. Thank you so much for your ideas, class. Then there are two categories of conflict. So, what do you think are those categories, class? Just try to think of an idea. Yes, Chino? Okay, good idea, Chino. So, according to Chino, the two categories of conflict are the interpersonal and interpersonal. However, Chino, those terms are only applicable if we talk about communication. But thank you so much for that idea. That is still good. Yeah, so my dear students, if we talk about conflict, the two categories are internal and the external conflicts. Very good. So Nina, please read a statement about internal conflict. Okay, thank you, Nina. So internal conflict, class, is when a character struggles with their own opposing desires or belief. So the own contrabida in this kind of conflict is just you yourself. Yes, because from the term internal, it means it is within or it is inside. Whether you are thinking of something, you don't want that kind of idea, you get pressured within yourself. So that is internal conflict. However, in internal conflict, there is a development within the character. Whether the character will have some reflections or realizations from the conflict that he or she experienced within his or herself. So do you agree with me, class? Yes, very good. So again, what was that conflict? Very good, that is the internal conflict. Alright, for a while I think I heard something. Yes, Veville? Yes, very good idea. Conflict will not just make us feel lonely or down, but it will help us to become stronger and bolder as we face in this kind of conflict, okay? Okay, thank you so much, Veville. Now let us proceed. The other category of conflict is the external conflict. So, it sets a character against something or someone beyond their control. So this time, it already involves other factors, like the people around you, the scenarios or the situations around you, right? Yes, exactly. There will be development of tensions, misconceptions, disbeliefs, competitions, and other negative factors. And that causes external conflict. Yeah, so very good ideas, class. So external conflicts are very common in movies, in the stories, in other dramas, right? So I think we have not yet seen any movies or stories, TV series without this kind of conflict. Do you agree with me? Yes, so that is the external conflict. So again, what are the two categories of conflict? Yes, the internal and the external conflicts. Very good. My dear students, there is a statement that says, both internal and external conflict is crucial for a good story because life always includes both. So, what comes to your mind when you hear about that statement? Anyone from the class? Yes, Claire? Very good. Thank you so much for that idea. So, in life, there is always a struggle. there's always a problem, a conflict. And we could not deny the fact that whatever we will do, we can always encounter conflict almost every day in our lives. But take note that those conflicts will not just make us down, lonely, or weak. In some cases, conflict will strengthen us. It makes us become stronger, like what Claire have said earlier. So we have to accept the fact that as human beings, there are conflicts that comes along the way. But we have to find ways on how to resolve these conflicts in non-violent ways. Like we have to find ways that can strengthen us and can even provide us values that we can always take in our lives. Do you agree with me, class? Okay, very good. So this time we will try to know the answers from our activity earlier, which is the guess the picture challenge. Okay, so I believe that you already have an idea of the 6 types of conflicts. Okay, so shall we proceed? Now let us know further information about the 6 types of literary conflict. First, we have the character versus self. So what do you think, class? It is internal or external conflict? Very good. It is internal conflict because it is where internal forces occur. So this may entail the struggle to discern what moral or right choice is. Or this could also encompass mental health struggles. Example in the picture, the boy was confused on what road to take, right? Yes, so just like in our life, we get unmotivated, we get undirected, we get confused. So that causes conflict within ourselves, right? Or even in our words, maglibog ta, right? Yes, just like in other literary pieces, there are a lot of characters who experience struggles, experience conflict, and he or she is the reason or the antagonist of his or her own self. So that is character versus self, right? So during our guess the picture challenge, someone answered it is character versus nature, and someone also answered it is character versus self, which is correct. Okay, good job for that, class. Okay, so in non-violent ways, how are we going to solve this kind of conflict, which is a character versus self? Anyone? Yes, Dan? Very good. Be yourself, stay positive, trust, don't panic, be who you are, right? Yes. Don't fight yourself, don't bite yourself, right? Just simply do ways that are positive and are non-violent. Okay, shall we proceed? Next, we have here the character versus character. So is it internal or external conflict? Yes, this time it is now already external conflict. So what do you think is the difference between character versus self and character versus character? Yes, Mark? Okay, for a while, once again, what's that noise at the back? I said stop talking, class. Please focus and pay attention in our discussion. Okay, is that clear? Okay, very good. Mark, please proceed. Okay, thank you. According to Mark, class, character versus self happens or the conflict occurs within yourself, while the character versus character already include outside forces, like it includes other people or other person, which is really exact. Okay, so let's give a hand for Mark. In addition, class, character versus character is one of the common types of conflict where the wants and needs of the other character is of the odds of another. Do you agree with me? Yes. For example, your friend want to eat at McDonald's, but you insisted to eat at Jollibee. So basically, there will be conflict that happens between the two of you because you want to decide and your friend also wants to decide, right? So in that case, what are some of the non-violent ways that you will do if you will be in the state of having a conflict with another person? Yes, just remain friendly. Listen each other. Yes, keep calm. Very good. Just always or just remain calm and always listen to each other's side. Very good. Okay? So during our guess the picture challenge, most of you answered the picture is about character versus character, and your answers are correct. Very good, class. Yes, very good. Now, my dear students, for the third type of conflict, that is the character versus nature. So, what do you think this kind of conflict is? Yes, it involves weather. Yes, the natural disasters. That's good. Okay? So, based on our activity earlier, which is the guess the picture challenge, most of you answered it is character versus nature. And I believe that you decided that kind of answer, or you chose that kind of answer because the image shows that the boy get wet due to a heavy rain. And as I have said, or as you have also think of an idea, a character versus nature is about weather, the bad weather, like the heavy rains, thunderstorms, and even the natural disasters like earthquake, flash floods, landslides, and a lot more. Okay, so from the word nature, it deals with the situation, the unpredicted, and even the predicted happenings within our surroundings. Okay, so if we are in that kind of conflict, what are some of the non-violent ways should we do to resolve this kind of conflict? Anyone? Okay, Trisha? Yes, be updated. In some instances, there are predictable natural disasters or even the weather conditions, right? So stay updated about the news or even in the online updates. Yes, also, yes, remain calm, especially in the unpredictable disasters, right? So we have to be calm. Don't panic. Like, you will run, you can bump with other persons where they get hurt, which is violent, right? So always remember that during a conflict between the nature, just always do ways that are non-violent. Okay, class, do you agree with me? Okay, people at the back, are you still following? Okay, class, let us now proceed. Now, for the fourth type of conflict, that is the character versus supernatural. So what comes to your mind if you will hear the word supernatural? Anyone from the class? Yes, Jessa? Okay, very good. It talks about superpowers, exactly. Just like in some literary stories or movies, there's a superpowers or even pitting characters that are against phenomena like ghosts, and even magic, yes. Yes, monsters and others, right? So that is the character versus supernatural, wherein the character is like in the different fields of the supernatural characters, right? So there's really a tension, there's really a conflict between both sides. Okay, is that clear? Example, class, like Harry Potter or the Odysseus, where they are destined to struggle to accept the sacrifices that come along with. Okay, do you agree? Yes, very good. So earlier, during our Guess the Picture challenge, someone answered it is it is a character versus supernatural because you base it on the picture where there is a ghost, which is actually correct. Okay, good job for that class, and I'm so happy that you are really doing well. Okay, so aside from that class, if you will have this kind of conflict with supernatural, or if you have observed in some stories where this kind of conflict occur, or just imagine if this kind of conflict will happen to you, what are some ways, non-violent ways that you will do to resolve this kind of conflict? Anyone? Just try. Yes, if ever there are monsters, class, we will not fight them, right? Instead, we will pray, we will ask for guidance, we will ask for a help, and we will just find non-violent ways to resolve this conflict. Remember, class, that in any conflict we are in, just don't forget to use or to find ways that are non-violent. Okay, are we good? For now, another type of conflict is the character versus technology. So can someone share an example situation where there is a conflict between the character and the technology? Yes, Joshua? Okay, Joshua himself have experienced this kind of conflict because there are some features in the internet where you cannot access easily. Yes, that is also common to us, right? There are some features, online features, there are some applications or technological tools which are hard to access, and that causes us to feel angry, to feel ineffective, to feel being a state of inconvenience, right? So that is character versus technology. So earlier during our Guess the Picture challenge, someone answered that picture is a character versus self because he's alone and he got angry. And someone answered it is a character versus technology because there is a computer and he is struggling, he's angry. And that is the correct answer. Character versus technology. Okay? So I believe that nowadays it is very common to us that we depend on technology. So I believe that you will also have encountered many times wherein we got angry, right? So in that situation, what are the non-violent ways that you will do? Are you going to break your computer, to your gadgets? No, right? Because that is violent. Yes, we have to. Yes, we have to research. We have to ask someone who is better in accessing that kind of feature or that kind of technological tools, right? Yes, of course. Very good. So those ways are non-violent, okay? So the character versus technology, it is also common not just in literary stories but also in real life situations. So we have to know about this class, okay? All right. So is that clear? Okay, very good. Now for the sixth and the last type of literary conflict, it is the character versus society. So can someone share with us a scenario wherein there is a conflict between the character and the society? Yes, Sheena? Quiet, please. Yes, Sheena, please continue. Okay, very good, Sheena. A common scenario where there is a conflict between the character and the society is that a girl is being hated or being laughed by the people because of his skin color. That's true, class. That is very true. And that is so sad to hear, right? So in some cases, it is not just only in real life situations. But this is also a common scenario where we could witness in some of the literary pieces, like the movies, the stories, where there is one character who is very sad, very alone in the society because the people are not able to accept him or her, right? So in that way, how are we going to resolve that issue non-violently? Can someone share with me an idea? Yes, Mark? Very good. We have to accept everyone. We have to learn to accept everyone. Let us always include the people around us. Don't do bad. Trust anyone. But when we trust, also be careful, right? Yes, some more ways to solve this issue or this conflict. Yes, very good. Another non-violent ways to resolve this kind of conflict are to stay true to yourself, to be positive, to give chance and to give a longer time to understand with others. But don't forget to exercise your freedom, your rights as a human being, right? So have justice, love yourself, and just show simply being you. Right, class? Do you agree with me? Okay, so there are a lot of non-violent ways that we could do whenever we are in the middle of this kind of conflict. Okay? Alright, there you have it, class. Those are the types of literary conflict. Again, what are the 6 types of literary conflict? Yes, character versus self, character versus character, character versus nature, character versus supernatural, character versus technology, and the character versus society. Very good, class. So, if you happen to watch the TV series in ABS-CBN, known Ang Probinsyano, they depicted stories where there are different conflicts. There are conflict between the self, even in the nature, society, and a lot more. That is good about Ang Probinsyano, right? Yes, and you can also understand there is timely conflict where people can also relate. And aside from that, don't forget that we have to consider, at the end of every conflict, we have to consider to have some non-violent ways in resolving these conflicts. As much as possible, try to avoid providing ways that are violent because this can make us endangered or this can cause harm within ourselves. Right? Do you agree with me? Okay, very good. So now, since we already have an idea of the types of conflict, so what do you think is the importance of having or including conflict in the different literary pieces? Anyone? May I hear from the others? Okay, Trisha? Very good. It adds excitement, there is a thrill, it makes us become more interesting to watch or to listen and to even read the literary pieces. Yes, because of the tension of the story. Aside from that, we can also have an idea on how to resolve the conflicts in non-violent ways, right? Yes, because in literary pieces, all conflicts can be resolved. There are no conflicts that are left behind, right? Therefore, we will have an idea on how to resolve these conflicts in non-violent ways. And that is good because we can also apply it in our real life scenario, right? So my dear students, try to discover how can we resolve the different conflicts in non-violent ways. Yes, we have discussed it earlier. Okay? Yes, Dan? Alright. It depends on the situation or the kind of conflicts, right? But basically or in general, we have to be positive. We have to understand each other, We have to understand ourselves. We have to be alert. We have to be active and always be positive or have a positive outlook in our lives, okay? Yes, we can also apply different ways. Just make sure it is non-violent, okay? Yes, very good. Now, before we'll proceed to the next part of this afternoon's academic session, may I know if you have questions or clarifications so far? Okay, since none, I believe that you understand our discussion. Okay, so are you now ready to proceed with our next activity? Alright. This time, class, I will be giving you an activity for you to work individually. So I will be providing with you 5 different scenarios. Then you are going to identify the type of conflict presented and also answer the questions that follow, okay? So you have to answer it in one whole sheet of paper, okay? Do you have questions or clarifications? As I have said, answer it in a one whole sheet of paper, not in crosswise, okay? So do you still have other questions or clarifications? Okay, since none, I will be giving you 8 minutes to finish the activity. Okay, your time starts now. Okay, 6 minutes left. May I see your progress? Okay, good. Alright, 4 minutes left. Okay, please work silently, class. Okay, 2 minutes left. May I know if some of you are almost done with your activity? Okay, good. Continue. Alright, class, in a count of 10, please submit your paper here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, please. Can I have the paper, please? Okay. Thank you. So, class, how was the activity? Okay, it's just easy for you. Very good. Yes. Quite challenging, okay? Well, class, your paper will be returned tomorrow since I will be checking it and also I will provide comments on it. Alright, is that clear? Okay, quiet class. Everyone, please listen. This time, I will be giving you another activity. I want you to go to your assigned group. Wait. Don't move yet. Please wait for my go signal, class. Okay? So let me continue my instructions for this activity. Everyone, I will be giving each group a specific literary conflict. You're going to create one scenario depicting the specific literary conflict assigned to you, okay? Yes, exactly. You have to be creative in doing this activity, class, because you will be performing a role play tomorrow for our next meeting. Yes, indeed. Yes, so after you will perform the role play, one will explain how you are going to resolve the kind or the conflict assigned to you through a non-violent way. Yes. Okay, so do you have questions about it? Yes, by the way, for group 1, the assigned conflict for you is the character versus supernatural. Yes, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, so for group 2, yours will be character versus society. Okay, everyone, I will be giving 20 points per group. So for your guidance, for you to have a perfect score, be guided with the rubrics wherein content is 10 points, relevance 5 points, and the overall impact is 5 points as well. So a total of 20 points, okay? So you still have questions or clarifications regarding this activity, class? Since none, please proceed to your group silently. Okay, move. I said silently, class. Please remain silent or be quiet, please. Okay, very good. So I will be giving you another 8 minutes for the preparation for the creating of this scenario using the literary conflict assigned to you, okay? Yes, you will perform it tomorrow. Alright, so you may now start working, class. Okay, 6 minutes left. Okay, 3 minutes remaining for each group. May I see your progress, group 1? Very good. Okay, how about group 2? What's your progress? Okay, good. Okay, 1 minute left. Other members, please help. Stay quiet, everyone. Alright, so in a count of 10, I want everyone to go back to your proper seats. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, there you have it, class. So, have you created scenarios already, class? How about group 1? Very good. Group 2. Okay, very good. Group 1 and 2. So, please prepare. Get ready for tomorrow. Do your best. Alright? Okay, before we will end, please pay attention. Okay, for your assignment, I want everyone to read the story entitled My Father Goes to Court by Carlo Bulusan. Then you are going to complete the table to show understanding of conflicts in literature, okay? So the table is already provided. Please do follow. Alright, so do you have questions or clarifications about this assignment or anything you would like to say? By the way, you are going to write the assignment in a one whole sheet of bond paper, okay? So any questions or clarifications? Okay, since you have no questions or clarifications, let me recheck the attendance. Okay, still Ben and Joey are absent. Okay, so please tell them to prepare for tomorrow, wherever group they are assigned, and also tell them about our discussion this afternoon, okay? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, before we will end, prayer leader Sheena, please lead the closing prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, of the Holy Spirit, amen. Thank you, Sheena. Okay, class, thank you so much for your presence this afternoon, right? Yes, I am so happy that you are very participative and interactive. So I hope that you learned something new this afternoon. Okay, thank you so much, class. Goodbye and see you again tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Keep safe.